Okay. All right. Algebra 2, Cayo. Hopefully you're in the right class because at first hour there was a whole bunch of people here first hour, and I had first hour plan and it said Mrs. Neal, room 7, which this is room 7, but I'm obviously not Mrs. Neal, so they made a mistake there. But you guys are all in the right spot. Good. Okay. I think ignore the bells. That bell's like a minute late, so we'll have bells, but they're off right now. So first off, we got to find out who's here and who's not. I'm going to apologize in advance. I am terrible with names. I'm terrible with names. If you're a boy, it's your own fault because if you don't know your name because you didn't run track. I know if you ran track for me, but if you don't know your name, that's your fault if you're a guy. Okay. And I'm even going to be worse with learning names this year because I can only see half your face. So I apologize in advance. If I call you Hey You for a while, please don't be offended. So I know this face if I see it. Garrett Clausen. There he is. How can you be wearing a hat, man? Aren't you dying? I know you can, but holy smokes, my shoes would be squishy if I was wearing a hat right now. I'm dying up here. Okay. That's fine. I can't believe I wouldn't be wearing a hat right now. Jordan Krantz.
Here.
Okay. Phoenix. Jacob Fosmore. Kaylin Gillespie. Carly Guthrie. Okay. Leland's here. Haley Hutchins. Okay. Any relation to like Kevin Hutchins? Is he your dad? Okay. Don't say, is your dad younger than Kevin? Gosh, don't say his name. I had Kevin, there was a Paula Hutchins. Oh, that's your mom. Oh, okay. But who's their brother? Wasn't there Kevin and Paula and another Hutchins? Joe, that's it. Paula's your mom. God, I'm getting old. Starting to teach kids. Okay, tell them I said hey, okay? Garrett Iobi, he's here. Caitlin Mobley, okay. Madeline Payne, okay. Elizabeth Reed, where's here? Okay. It's hard to see who's saying stuff. Jada Reisner, okay. I know this face if I see it. Hope Schley, okay. I just saw her a second ago. Is that Cammie? Okay. Devin Spooner, okay. Andrew Summer, Haley Williams. Okay, I'm going to say these names. I just want to make sure because I know that's not totally accurate. Lula Beckmeyer, she's, if you know for a fact, if you are certain, like, is she doing it all? You know that? Okay, thank you. Kai Cavender, anybody know? He's what? He is doing online. These are all the onliners, what I think they are. Ashley Deniston? Ashley, anybody know about her? No one knows anything about her? Online? Okay. Xander Fielden? Okay. Drake Myers? His brother told me he's online. Connor Shaver? Luke Watson? Madison Wilbur? Online. Elida Wilkinson? Online. Elizabeth Wynn? Online. Jolene Easley, is she here? You're pretty sure? Almost certain? Okay. I'll just write that down. Not that I don't trust you, but until it's in the computer, I don't trust anybody. But she's told you she's going to be online? Okay, thank you. Okay, is everybody didn't call off? Okay. So, just full disclosure right here, like I said, I'm being taped right now. I mean, your audio is being taped. It's just taping me. But I need to alter that. I'm not going to tell you what they've been taping for the last 2 minutes. Cross my legs now. So, anyhow, just a few things. Okay. First thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell all my classes is this. For the first week or two, even though we're in school, I'm going to tell you things. And there's going to be things I'm telling you that you might be thinking, why are you telling me this? I'm not online. Because I'm going to record all of my lectures so I can post them so that the students that are home will be able to view them. And don't sit, if I ever tell you anything about online stuff, don't be like, oh, whatever, I'm here. Who's not to say that a week or 2 or 3 from now, we have a breakout of the virus and we're not all online. So this is good. You guys have the benefits so that if we do get locked down, you'll know what to do, okay? So first thing, like I said, I want to tell you is that I'm going to videotape my lectures every day and post them hopefully every day. So worst case scenario, I'm hoping is people that'll be online will be one day behind. Okay, this is not live right now. What I'm taping it. Hopefully at the end of the day today, I'll have time to put all the videos up online and have a link to them, and then students will be able to view them, so they'll be like a day behind. So same with you guys. You guys will be just like regular, but if we ever get locked down, you'll be a day, or if you decide that you want to switch from this to go online, you'll know what to do. The very first thing we do, I have a bunch of information I want to give you guys, but before I do that, I want to make sure that everybody gets onto Schoology and also registers for your online class. So did anybody register for get on Schoology last hour? No. I know you did, and you guys didn't, okay? You did? Okay, so here's what I want. Not that I don't trust you, but if you did get on Schoology, if you did, just show me. I want to see everybody's laptop on Schoology. So first thing we found out was this. Do you guys still have the sheets from yesterday that I don't have the sheet? Okay, if you have the sheet, get it out with the information. And what we found out is you do not go to Schoology.com. You go to ucschoology.com, okay? So, UC. He did? Are you talking to Andrew? Okay, I thought I was looking at Leland for a second. Okay, he did send you a link for it? So if you don't have the information, you can still, he gave you the information?
I think he just clicked on the link and it popped. I think he sends a Gmail of it because some people got like middle school papers. So
okay. So if you don't have that sheet of paper that Leland has right there, you still be able to get on?
Yeah, I think so. I'll go look.
You see that paper right there you got? That's what they got last night. If you don't have that sheet, whatever Katz gave you, gotcha.
It's in his. I'm going to.
Okay.
So I clicked on it.
Okay, so for people at home, go to, and you want to, is it register? Sign up, what is it called? What does it say? You don't want to.
This is what mine was like.
Yep, click on courses, and you see me on there hopefully. Once you get on school, if you have a problem, please raise your hand. Don't be embarrassed. I'm not going to yell at you. Go to UC school, it's not internet. That's fine.
It doesn't tell you your email. I think it's the same.
Anybody else have a problem with the internet?
No, wait, did you go to UC.school?
Yep, that's all, that's fantastic. That's all I want to see. That.
No, mine looks like.
Do you have it? It's automatically signed in.
I did automatically
You
sign
might
in.
have to, you might have to send it. I don't know.
Okay, we're not necessarily doing
Well, you have to
anything
sign up
on
for
school.
Google too.
Click on courses.
Okay, I think I figured it out.
I just want to see that, those two on there.
Search for where's the code? Let me see how.
Yep. Go back to two.
I took my classes as my last year. That's good.
Click on my course, just to make sure that. This is, okay?
Mine's will try.
Still having issues? Are you?
They put a lock back on my locker and I took the shit out. Yeah, they open your locker. Yeah, but I think they came last year. They opened it for the Wednesdays.
Password. They've been charged.
I did. They got it. Right over there, it's like the last thing. Yeah.
Oh, is it because it's June now?
Maybe. It might be that. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, that's right. Are you there?
Yeah, like this. Very last one, right.
Summer, you figure it out?
Okay, I'll be over there in a second.
You know what? 'Cause I'm doing band
That mask doesn't have to stay up too much, Jacob.
Huh?
That mask doesn't have to stay up very well.
I think that
Also, it's gotta be sore from football.
Yeah, I guess
I forgot that you have to do that. 'Cause
I
I'm
think
so
it
used
gets
to
my
it.
ears
Yeah,
go
we just
out
really
like
go
this.
fast.
Yeah, I'm so used to it already being on there.
Is it like so bad? Huh?
Two minutes in the go.
Okay, thank you.
You're all set.
Hey, you're even sure like what to do.
I'm not picking on anybody.
You're not
but
even
Other than
sound.
Garrett and Lispy,
I
everybody
will
else
tell you
here, we
that.
got to.
Oh, certainly.
I'm not. And I can fight you right now.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
It's still recording, but I think
Probably.
they're probably gonna be like, why are they fighting?
I'm not sure.
Good
I got
Jaybirds
Microsoft Edge
freaking
on
team.
since afar.
Literally, I just got it on video of me plugging it out.
You are.
No, I'm not. You're not that much taller than me.
I am a lot taller than you.
No, you're not.
You're like 5'2".
I'm actually like 5'4".
Oh, 2 more inches.
Maybe I'm like 5'3". 'Cause I feel like you're a little bit taller than me. 5'4" and a half.
For your birthday? Yeah. It's gonna be. We could all do something together though. Like not, it doesn't have to be. What do you want for your birthday?
See, I didn't know that I was coming back to school until yesterday.
Why do you hate your
So
birthday?
I searched after our thing.
You see,
He was like,
I don't know. It's a you hate eating food.
Andrew. She needs to go to her UC account on her Gmail.
Yeah. And then Mr. Cassidy. Yeah, it's just a little. That's what I plan on doing to my parents.
Leland,
Leland,
he's already lost it.
Andrew, she shouldn't go to her Gmail. It needs to be Caitlin22gl@ucschools.org, right?
you know, I think it's gonna be interesting. No, actually, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Okay,
she
yeah,
runs
yeah,
not
yeah.
as
Because
good.
that's not your UC.
I can make you a shake too.
Schools.
English 11.
Okay, there we go.
Who's got? Already read that.
And then I have a rice.
Is your advisor? Is your advisor?
I know, she's got herself. For now, yeah.
Is it?
You're Dr. Sims. This woman's not here.
Miss Bailey.
Because
Good, all right.
I'm using it. Yeah, I made my son really nervous.
All right. Okay, is everybody on school with you then?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, fantastic. All right, one down, one to go. All right, so what you're going to find, I'm going to tell you right now, as long as you're in class, as long as you are here and you're not doing it virtually, you're not going to use Schoology a whole heck of a lot in my class. Yes, sir.
What are we doing like for Wednesdays?
For Wednesdays,
Is it like what people are doing online, but just on Wednesdays?
I'm not sure exactly what. You're not going to come to school on Wednesdays, and I don't think we have to come to school on Wednesdays. And again, don't quote me on this. I'm not sure. Let me first say this. Forget about school. There's a lot of questions out there in the world right now. You understand that, okay? So I'll give you the answer that I can give you. That it may change. I don't know. My goal is to use Wednesdays as, I mean, I'm not saying like put everything off to the last minute and then do everything on Wednesday. I would advise you don't do that either. You're going to find in my class I give you time to work. A lot of time, if you use your time wisely in class, you're not going to have a whole lot of homework in here. Okay. Now, if you sit around, if I give you time to work and you sit there and do nothing all hour, then you have homework to do, or you're going to get a 0 on it. Okay. So, what I'm going to use it for is that mainly for the online kids, if they have questions, you know, they can email me, I can call them, stuff like that, communicate with them. If you want to communicate with me on Wednesday too, that's cool. But I would suggest if you have a question on Thursday, don't wait until Wednesday to email me. Just raise your hand and I'll answer it then. Okay. So I mean, basically, for me at least right now, I'm using Wednesdays for trying to keep the online kids up to speed because they're gonna be a little behind. They're gonna. I don't care how hard they work. So good question though. Like I said, though, with Schoology, you're not going to use that as long as you're in class a whole heck of a lot, okay? If we ever get locked down, what you're going to use Schoology for is it's going to say, go to, you know, on this date, on August 27th, or 28th, probably the 28th. August 28th, we did this assignment. This is going to say what the assignment is. The actual assignment's not going to be there, okay? The actual assignments will not be there. I'm taking these off, they're fogging up. So, what we're going to use is Big Ideas Math. Most of you had algebra or geometry last year. You guys used Big Ideas Math. That's what you're going to use electronically, okay, through the internet and so forth, is Big Ideas Math. Or let's say you're gone. Let's say you go on vacation for a week or something like that. In my opinion, you're technically online now, okay? You're on vacation. You're not in the classroom. We're not going to wait for you. We're going to keep on going over stuff. So if you don't want to fall behind, you could look at videos. You could find out on Schoology what the assignment is, okay? But really, for this class, we're not going to use Schoology a whole lot unless we go to online, okay? Second thing, and again, I got a bunch of information I want to tell you guys, but we'll do that after. I want to do one more thing. We're going to register you all for Big Ideas Math. Now, if you did it last year, great. Just pretend you're brand new to it. I'm going to register. If you were registered last year, good for you. I don't care, okay? I'm going to register you again. So what I want you to do is go to bigideasmath.com. Hopefully I remember how to do this.
I looked at my phone. I think I have some password.
That's fine. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, time out. Hang on a second. What did you do? Hang on. What was your question? You want to look at your phone for what? Password for what?
Big idea, man.
Okay, here's the deal. Like I said, no, you're brand new. You did this last year. Nothing against you. Looking up, you know, and you're doing fantastic with the phone. You're not supposed to have your phones out. You said, can I use my phone? Sure. But we're playing pretend here, okay? You did it last year, I don't care. You're brand new, okay? Don't log in like last year, okay? You're a new student. So, when you get to bigideasmath.com, it says log in or new to Big Ideas. What is everybody going to type? What is everybody going to click on? New to Big Ideas, okay? I don't care if you did it last year. You're new this year, okay? Everybody's new. Is there anybody who's not there? Okay? Get your access. Good. Good. Okay, here is your access code. Okay. Hopefully it's this. Where's it at? Okay, your access code is 8X RM Okay, somebody type that in. Hopefully that's the right code. Once you type it in, if it works, please tell me. It worked? Okay, that's the right code. Okay, now if you would, just so we're all on the same page, are you the one that was slow on? Still good?
No, it doesn't matter.
Have you been?
What's the first letter?
Eight. It's an eight.
I told you it wasn't me.
Have you been online at all?
What?
All right, so your first name, just your first name. Don't be smart. Just, put your first name, okay? Don't put your nickname that you're, okay? Enter your last name, your password. I would suggest this. Okay, help me out here. Was everybody's laptop when you first got it, was your password charges just to log in? Okay, and then he told you to change it?
Oh, I didn't even change it.
Okay, I would change it, because a lot of people, otherwise, if, not saying he's gonna do it, let's say Fosmore steals your laptop. You know the first guess he's gonna use to anybody's laptop, he's gonna type in charger, see if they're stupid and didn't do it yet, okay? Not to say you're stupid, okay, but I would change it. Do me a favor, listen very, very carefully to this, okay? Use the password for Big Ideas Math as the same one as you used to log in on this, okay? And here's why. I don't know how to find your password. I don't know if I even have access to your password. It's like when a student forgets their password, and they say, "It's okay, I forgot my password." My response is, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know it either, okay? But the reason why I want you to use the password you use to log into your computer is you're not going to forget it, because if you forgot your password how to log into your computer, you ain't going to get to the screen. You see what I'm saying? You have to log into your computer first. I mean, unless you forget your password in a minute and a half, So use the exact same password you use to log into your computer for your password, okay? Then confirm it. So again, what's that? The student ID, I would say use your lunch code. I don't even know why they ask that, because I don't even know. I just use the lunch code, okay? Just don't use 1, 2, 3, 4, because if you do, somebody else is going to use it and they can't, and so forth, unless your lunch code is 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Student ID, again, I would just use your lunch code for student ID. I don't even know. I've been using this for 3 years. I don't know what you use student ID for. Next, yep. Once you student ID, next.
I'm just writing this down.
Are we there yet? What's going on now? You're not gonna you'll be okay. I'm not gonna be like, oh, heck with you, you're out for the year. Okay, so, and then, does it say like congratulations or something? Successfully registered your username? Okay, I would jot down your username, okay? Okay, and I gotta check and see if you guys are. Okay. This is second hour. Class management, second hour. Okay. Okay, listen up here. This is who I have registered as of right now, okay? As of right now. I have Garrett Clausen, Jordan Krantz, Phoenix Elkins, Jacob Fosmore, Kalen Glispie. I'm going to just do the last names. Harper, Iobi. Mobley, Payne, Reed, Reisner, Schley, Spooner, Stanton, and Thorpe. Okay, you guys are all registered. Okay, do me a favor. You guys are going to be guinea pigs right here. I'm going to make up an assignment for you. Don't freak out, okay? You're not going to have an assignment tonight, okay? I just want to make sure Cayo remembers how to make an assignment in here, okay? So, if you do me a favor, click on assignments. Does it say there's no assignments? There are no assignments. Well, hopefully you're going to have an assignment in a second. Okay. Start. Okay. Do me a favor. Click on assignments now. Do you guys have an assignment now? 1.1? Okay. Don't do anything. If you start the assignment, you got to finish it. So let's delete this. All right. Cayo remembers something. Okay. Click on assignments now. Good. Nothing. I did it right. Okay, so who we still waiting on? Or is there anybody that didn't? Okay, not that I'm, just chill for a second here. I want to not pick on anybody, but I want to see who hasn't got. Okay, we got Clausen, Krantz, Elkins, Fosmore, Gillespie, Guthrie, Hutchins, Guthrie, Hutchins, Guthrie, Hutchins, Guthrie, Hutchins. Okay, so we have how many? 17. Okay. Okay, I'm terrible at names. Okay, Hutchins, right? You're still having issues. Who's Guthrie? Are you in or not? Not yet, okay. You're the two I think that.
You look really lonely, Jacob.
Did you dress
What time did you go to bed last night?
Just so you know, my
Yeah, but I've been working the business.
Actually, I've been working all summer.
Where?
I've been babysitting.
Oh, that's so hard.
Yes, sometimes it is.
At least you get to sleep in.
What?
At least you get to sleep in.
I get to what?
Sleep in
No, I don't.
or take naps.
No, I don't.
What time do you get up?
Every day to babysit. Sometimes I get up at 7:30. Sometimes I get up at 8. Sometimes I get up at 9. It just depends on what time. Jacob, I don't even.
Huh?
What time do you have to wake up?
Like 6:30.
That's what time I wake up for school. See?
I was under that one. I didn't think.
But you just have to watch kids. That's it.
What do you have to do?
A lot.
Like what?
Lift up pigs, drag dead pigs, move pigs, clean pens all the time, vaccinate pigs.
Whoa. I was being sarcastic. I wasn't like, whoa.
H. Williams, 318.
I can do that.
Also, real quick, guys, when you guys log in, does it give you, guys, the option of, do you want this password saved? Does it give you that option?
Yeah.
Some people, it do, I don't know why, but did anybody? Did anybody have it say that? Oh, okay. I remember it did? It gave you the option? Okay, last year I remember for whatever reason, half the kids it gave that option to, half the kids it didn't. So do me and you a favor. If it gives you the option of, well, you want this password saved, save it, okay? Otherwise, if you don't remember the password, what do? Mr. Cayo, and then I got to go and look it up. So not that I don't, it's easier if you save it. Okay. Who was that? Who did I just help? What's your name again? Guthrie, okay. Just make sure that you're in here now. Okay. This is the second hour. Yep, you're in. Okay, and you're still having issues. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I'll probably have to talk to Mr. Katz or something. I don't know why it doesn't like you. Okay, so just a few other house cleaning things right here. We got the two main things done that I wanted to. Okay, when you guys came in, okay, you probably heard this in every single class. Just make sure. I mean, you have to have the sanitizer. I'll be at, most of the time I'll be at the door greeting you. I don't want to be like a police officer and it's like, oh, you gotta do it. Just, that's one of the rules. In order for us to be back at school, we have to wear masks. You gotta sanitize your hands every hour when you come in and when you leave. Is it and when you leave also? Did you guys do it when you left?
No.
Did anybody when they left? No, I don't think you have to use sanitizer when you guys left the classroom. No. Okay. Just make sure when you come in, you sanitize it. Also, you guys probably learned from last hour that when you leave, we have to sanitize the desks. So I'll come around, we'll stop class maybe. How long did that take last hour? 5 minutes? Okay, so I'll come around, I'll spray your desk, wipe down your desk. It has to be your desk and your chair, okay? Just not the legs and everything, just the top and the, where your butt's at. So, masks, you guys know you have to wear them. And again, I don't want to be a police officer. Nothing against cops. I love cops, but that's not my job, okay? You have to have masks on, and they can't be, and I hate to say this, but they can't be, your nose has to be covered, okay? It sucks. I know it sucks. I'm up here sweating. At the end of this hour, I'm going to wring this thing out, okay? So, I mean, that's one of the things that I talked to Mrs. Case about. I was like, well, what if a student comes in and they have their nose out like this? It doesn't fly. You got to, and I'm not going to, like, yell at you, but if I see somebody with it, it happens. But if it's, your nose isn't covered, I'll just, you got to cover it up. If I have to do that every single day, then we start having issues. Just, I don't like wearing them any more than you do, okay? I probably like them least of all because I'm sweating more than any of you. Okay, other things. This is a huge one, okay? And again, pretend that you're at home right now, okay? Pretend that we're locked down and you're at home. Check your email. Check your email. I coach middle school boys track. I communicate through them with email. I try to, and guess what? I know they do not check their email. It drives me nuts, okay? Check your school email. If you're at home especially, okay? If you're in class, it's not as big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. But, so I'm mainly talking to kids at home, or if we get locked down, check your email, your school email, at least once a day. At least once a day, okay? So, that's the main way I'm going to communicate with you, okay? And again, check Schoology at home once a day if you're home. I've already told you I'm going to have my lectures on video. What else? You are going to be, you have to be in assigned seats. That's something you have to be is in assigned seats. I let you sit wherever you want today. I'll probably let you sit wherever you want tomorrow. Probably Monday I'll make a seating chart. I'm not going to make it quite yet because I know from years' experience that as soon as I make a seating chart, what happens? He drops the class and somebody else moves in and I got to make a new seating chart, okay? So as soon as all the schedules are pretty much set in stone, I'll put you in seating charts. And if you've had me in the past, and a few of you I've had before, one thing that's changed from last year is assigned seats and you need to be in them all hour. I mean, quite often what I would do is, I'd let students work on their own, and then I'd let them move out of their assigned seats. A lot of kids like to sit on the floor and stuff and work, stuff like that. You can't do that, okay? You got to be in your assigned seats, okay? So, that's just the way things are right now. If we eventually, this virus goes away, I'll go back to allowing kids to move out of their assigned seats. But, and all I ask is these first two seats, nobody sit in because I'm going to sit here, and I have my laptop up there. What else? Hall passes. I don't know if any of the first hour teachers probably talked about that. If you had me previously, I have a slot up there underneath the clock that says Cayo pass. Pass is no longer there. We can't have one pass, okay? If you need a pass to go to the office, go to the bathroom, whatever, I'm just going to I'm going to have some sticky notes and I'm just going to write, your name and what time it is and where you're going. And then when you come back with a pass, throw it away, okay? So it has to be a disposable one. Please sign out right here, though, okay? So name, date, time in, time out, destination. I'll be right up front with you. Maybe this is right or wrong, but oh well. You're supposed to have 3 passes per marking period. Is that what they said last hour? I think that's what they said. I'm going to have the sign-in sheet there. Please sign in and out, but I don't plan on keeping track of how many passes you use, okay? Now, if you're sitting there going, sweet, I could go use a pass every day. No, that's not what I said, okay? I'm not going to keep track, but if Summer wants a pass today, and then she wants a pass tomorrow, and then she wants a pass the next. If she uses a pass like 3 or 4 days in a row, I'm going to catch on. I'll know because I have to sign it out, okay? I have to sign the actual pass. At some point, I'm just like, Summer, no, you're done, okay? So, I mean, if you use 4 passes, are you going to get in trouble? No. If you use 5 passes for the next 9 weeks, you're going to get in trouble? No. If you use 835 passes, yeah, okay, you're not going to use that many passes. You won't, okay? I won't let you, okay? So just don't abuse it. And the reason is, I'm going to tell you right now, Algebra 2, it's not an easy class. Okay, I don't want to scare anybody, but we're going to be honest right here. It's not an easy class. We're going to cover a lot of material. I think it's probably, we cover more material in Algebra 2 than we do in any other math class here at the high school, even like pre-calculus and trigonometry. Those are a little higher level, but we cover more material in this class than any class, okay? But again, I don't want to scare anybody right here. I truly believe, and I tell all my classes this, you get out of this class what you put into it, okay? If you do what you're supposed to do, and what I mean is you come to class prepared, you pay attention, you ask questions. When I give you time to work, you do stuff like that, you'll be fine. Did I say you're going to get an A? No. Is everybody in here going to get an A? Probably not. I've never had an Algebra 2 class have everybody get an A. Never happened. Probably never will, okay? If everybody got an A, I think the material's probably, I'm making it too easy for you, okay? But you'll be okay. What I mean by be okay is, I think everybody should get at least a C in this class, at least a C. If you're working as hard as you can and doing what you're supposed to do, and you're getting a D or an E, I'm doing something wrong, okay? So, I mean, I truly believe that, and I look at it this way. If you're a good math student and really like it, you'll probably get an A if you put in your best effort. If you kind of struggle a little bit and it's, math is a little hard for you and you give it your best effort, you probably get a B. If you really have a hard time in math and it's not your thing, but you still give it your best effort, probably a C, okay? But I mean, D's and E's are for people that just aren't even putting in any effort whatsoever. Now, if you're a really good math student and you don't put any effort in at all, you're probably not going to get an A. You're probably getting like a C or a D if you don't do the work that you need to do, okay? So you get out of it what you put into it. I mean, it's just like anything. Like with sports. I mean, if you're a great athlete, good for you. But if you don't go out there and practice hard, you're not going to be as good as some of the other people, okay? All right, what else? Calculators. I used to have a thing of calculators over there. We can't use those because of the situation we're in right now. So, I mean, you have to look up when you're doing assignments. If you need a calculator, you have to find an online calculator. I can find, if you just Google search online calculator, it'll pop up on your screen. Okay, so if you want to bring a calculator from home, you can do that. If you want to use a calculator on your phone, you can't do that. You can't have phones out, okay? Especially on test day. You cannot have phones out on test day, especially, for obvious reasons, I think. Okay, come prepared to class. Make sure you bring your laptop every day. Make sure it's charged. It's second hour of the day. You should be able to have, your laptop shouldn't be dead. It shouldn't be at 20% after first hour. I would encourage, bring a pen or a pencil, something to write with. I don't care if you use pen or pencil. I would really encourage you get a spiral notebook. You don't have to, but I would. And this right here is almost fantastic. There's nothing wrong with this at all. If it was me, I'd get more than what's probably 80 pages, 100 pages, I don't know what it is. And there's nothing wrong with this. She's going to go through probably 2 or 3 of them this year, okay? I would get the one that has the thickest one out there is what I would get, okay? Unless you want to buy 2 or 3 of them, okay? So, and if you're sitting there going, I thought we're doing it all online. Yeah, we are. We're doing it online, but you're going to have to do it on paper on paper. You're going to have to. You're not just going to, be able to look at the answer. And if you were good at algebra, and, I mean, if I gave you this right here, I'm just curious. I know you're still on summer mode, but anybody think you know the answer to that one? 3x plus 1 equals 13? Yes, sir. Fantastic. You did that in your head, right? Okay. Very few problems in Algebra 2 you'll be able to do in your head. Okay. If you can do some of the Algebra 2 problems in your head, you're in the wrong class. You need to be in a college class somewhere, okay? You're going to have to show your work, okay? I'll be right up front with you. And some of you, again, I had last year for algebra. If they don't believe me, ask them. They'll vouch for me. I typically do about half of the assignment with the students. Every other problem, that's what I typically do. We do problems 1 through 40. I'll do all the odds with you. You guys do the evens, okay? Now, this is what frustrates me because, and I don't want this to happen, but worst case scenario, you should get at least 50% on your homework because we did half of them, okay? If you can't even do 50%, you're doing nothing, okay? Now, I don't do that I do it for a reason, not so you get a good grade, okay? Not so you have half as much homework. I do it so that hopefully will learn the material and then still do them on your own when I give you time, and I will give you time. We'll typically spend a day or 2, sometimes 3 days, going over an assignment together. Then I'll give you a day or 2 to work on the assignment. And when I say on your own, you can work together. You got to stay in your assigned seats, but you can work together. And I'll be right up front with you on this one, okay? Let's say Garrett, I'm done doing the odds with him, and then, he sits there for a while, and he asks Cammy, he's like, okay, what are the evens, And he just click on all the evens. Can he do that and get away with it? You think he can or not? Really? Well, he's not very smart, but if somebody who's smart, could they get away with it? Probably. I'd probably never know. I mean, I would never know, but on test day, it's going to bite you. You got to know the material, okay? When you do stuff online, and and people at home that are doing stuff online, could they, just look up stuff? I can't be in their home watching them do their assignments. Could they be looking stuff up and getting answers? Yes, they can. But I'm going to tell you right now, our assignments are going to be online. Our tests are going to be paper and pencil. They're going to be paper and pencil, okay? And if you have the answer but you don't show your work, I'm not giving you credit. I mean, something like that, okay? Leland did that without doing it in his head. And I expect most to be able to do that in your head. Problems I give you, they're not. My first guess, if you have a really tough problem and all you have is the answer, what do you think my first thought is? You cheated, or you're a genius, okay? And I don't think many of us in here, myself included, are geniuses, okay? So you've got to show your work, okay? You got to be able to do this. So even though we do the assignments, half of them together, that doesn't mean don't just sit there and look out the window and, oh, you got the answer number 1, the answer's 7, and write down 7. Write down the work so you know how to do it when you're doing your problems on your own later. What else? Oh, this is another big one, okay? Listen very, very carefully. If you turn in an assignment late, I will accept late work. And I'm not sure what my policy is. If you grabbed a syllabus yesterday, I have a late policy on there, but I don't know if that's what just ignore that for right now, okay? Whatever I said may or may not be my policy. I don't know what my late policy is yet, okay? I will accept late work, but people, there's a couple of you in here that had me last year, see if you can answer this for me. If you submit something electronically late, you need to do one thing. It's real simple. Email me. Email me, okay? And it's real simple. All you got to do is say, Cayo, section 1-1's done. That's all you got to do. You don't write a paragraph. Cayo, section 1-1's done. Because here's what I do. When the assignment is due at that day, at the end of the day, I go through and I put in all the grades. And I don't look at it anymore. I don't look at it anymore unless you email. If you don't turn in section 1-1, I'm going to put in a 0. And it's going to stay as 0 until you email me. I'm not going to check every day. Did Cassie's sister do it yet? Did Summer do it yet? I'm not going to check every day. I'm going to know when she emails me. And a month later, if Summer says, well, you didn't put in 1-1, my response is going to be, you never told me you did it, okay? So you don't need to email me if you do it on time, or if you do it early. You don't need to email me then, but if you turn it in late, just email me. That's all you got to do. And I'll email you back, and I usually email you back within, depending on how busy I'm, within an hour. I'll put it in, I'll email back, say, oh, got it, you're good, okay? So, what else? Only other things are this, okay? Instead of making 5 different videos today, because I have 5 different classes, I'm just going to make one video. And this next stuff doesn't really pertain, well, no, I'll tell you what, it does pertain to you. If we ever get locked down, okay? If you're online, let's say in 2 weeks we have an outbreak and we're online, and you guys go home. We're still going to keep working. You can still submit your assignments electronically. That's not going to change, okay? Our tests are still going to be paper and pencil. And this is what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on doing it. It may change, okay? If we go to online, if you guys are all home, everybody's home, school's locked down, we may have a test October 1st. Say we have a test on October 1st, okay? It's going to be a paper and pencil test. Your tests are going to be paper and pencil. They're not going to be online, okay? You need to come in and get the paper and pencil test sometime that day. I would get it first thing in the morning because it's due at the end of the day. Why would you get it first thing in the morning? You have all day to do it then, okay? If you pick it up at 2:30, guess what? You got a half hour to get this thing done, okay? So you need to pick them up and probably be at the office. And then, so people that are online right now, when we have our first test, we have a test about every 3-4 weeks or so. We have a test whenever we finish a chapter, okay? And you need to pick it up at the school and drop it off before the end of the day. Online people, again, if you have questions, what's the big thing? If you have a question, what should you do? Email me. And what I'll probably be is this. Explain, and I probably am not going to email you back. What I'll probably do is this. I'll probably be like, okay, I'll just call you, because explaining math, typing math is not easy. Okay, so I'll probably just call you up and say, hey, what problem are you on? Okay, I'll walk you through it over the phone, okay? If you're an FST, again, this is for all my classes right now. FST, I'll explain how I'm going to collect homework later. Don't worry about it right now. This is for everybody. Don't fall behind. Do not fall behind, especially if you're online. I mean, do you have to do 1 hour of math every single day? You don't have to, but if you do math once a week, math is a class you do not want to fall behind in. You're going to dig a hole you can't get out of, especially if you're online, okay? Do not fall behind. that was it. I've been doing all the talking here. Does anybody have questions for me? Nothing at all? Yes, sir.
How's your break been?
How's what?
How's your break been?
Really? How's my break been? Nobody heard? So- oh yeah, I had a, you can see something right here still, can't you? So just so everybody knows, I'm gonna be right up front here, okay? I had the virus, okay? I did have it. So did my wife. I did have it. If you didn't know that, those of you that are thinking, it's just the cold, it's just the cold. No, it's not. Okay, it sucks. So anyhow, it was on Memorial Day. That's how I remember it. It was on Memorial Day. My wife, who works at a retirement home, she's a social worker at a retirement home. They eventually got it there, and she got it, and she brought it home to me. And 2 days later, I was driving home, and my wife, one of her symptoms was, our main symptom was we were very, very fatigued. We were just wiped out. For about 10 straight days, we slept for like 20, 21 hours straight, which sounds cool. It's not. We weren't lazy. We were out. We'd wake up, go to the bathroom, come back, out for 10 hours. Wake up, eat something, lay down, out for like 10 days straight. And one of her symptoms also was she was very dizzy and lightheaded whenever she'd sit up. I wasn't like that at all, except for one time. It just so happens I was driving a car at that time. So, yeah, on Memorial Day, if you didn't know, I was driving home. I was about 15 seconds away from my house, right behind Rustic Hills. I was on Dunks Road near Rustic Hills, and I apparently passed out. I don't even remember passing out. You're going 50 miles an hour. I would strongly advise you don't do that, especially if you hit a telephone pole. That telephone pole always wins. So yeah, I don't even remember passing out, which is scary as heck. And woke up and had this big gash on my forehead, and could have been a whole lot worse. So other than that, it's been pretty good though. So I've been ready to come back though.
Other
So.
than the fact that I got corona and almost died.
Yeah.
Been a good trip.
Well, what's even worse was this. I went to the hospital and they stitched me up at 26 stitches, and when I was going home, I felt a little bumps and bruises. I thought, well, I hit a telephone. I didn't even know I hit a telephone pole till that night. My wife's like, yeah, you snapped that pole in half, and I'm like, what pole? It's like telephone pole. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, you hit a telephone pole. I was like, I did. I didn't even know I hit a telephone pole. But anyhow, I was a little bit sore. I just thought it's because I hit a pole going 50 miles an hour, and we were out for like 10 straight days. Then when I started feeling better, I got up and I started walking around and all that, and my hip started hurting. I thought, man, my hip really hurts. I didn't know it because I'd been out for 10 straight days. After about 4 or 5 days, it kept hurting worse and worse and worse. I found out, all right, so I got to go back to the doctor. I can't handle this. So I ended up going back to the doctor, and they did an x-ray, found out I had a broken hip. So, and they initially said I'd be on crutches for like 8 to 12 weeks. When I went and seen a specialist, they said, 3 weeks and no surgery. And after about 3 weeks of staying off it, was fine. So, no, it was interesting. So, how about you guys? You have anything interesting that you guys did? You couldn't do a whole lot.
I went by your accident and I didn't know it was you. Like,
You went by there?
Yeah, I saw the car and everything, and I was with my dad, and
Huh.
I was like, what? And
Yeah.
then I found out later it was you. I was like, oh my goodness.
Well, it was really what's freaky is I remember stopping. I was coming from Battle Creek, and I remember stopping on
Right
Riley
by
Road,
your house.
and I go by. You know where Gun Chard lives?
Yeah.
And Mrs. Neal. Every time I drive by there, I always look and wave and all that. I don't even remember passing their houses. I don't remember passing. I remember stopping at that stop sign by Riley Road, and I had to have been conscious. I couldn't have been on the road that long, but I don't remember going by their houses. And I don't think I was passed out more than a minute or two. I don't think, but I can remember it was weird because I was. Oh, I'm gonna say this one thing. I wasn't wearing a seat belt. I tell everybody that. I was stupid. It's the law. Wear a seatbelt. Don't be stupid like me. Wear a seatbelt, okay? But I was laying across the passenger's seat, and I can remember I was still out, but I could feel something on my lip, and I thought, I got a bloody nose, And I opened my eyes, and I looked in the rearview mirror. I was like, what the heck happened here? I didn't even know. I'm just glad that nobody was in the car with me, and I'm glad nobody was on the road. Apparently, there was some lady on the corner that was mowing her yard on her riding lawnmower, and I just kept, old man or old lady, I don't know who it was, but they were on the lawnmower, and apparently the pole landed in their yard, and she just kept on mowing and all that. I was like, dude. So I got at least one person say, yeah, I knocked out their electricity that day. So if I knocked out your electricity that day, I apologize on Memorial Day. That was me. So anybody else do anything cool on break?
I blew a lot of money this summer.
Did what? A lot of money?
I lost a lot
Lost? How? Spent it on waste? What?
Truck.
A truck? Okay. Well, you got something for them.
Truck. So, it costs money. When I break things. I bought 2 trucks, not even a week ago. I did a motor swap.